Rise and shine, you guys. All right. Today is Sunday, February 23rd. We have the moon in Capricorn today. In the transits, looks like we are with Mercury trining over to Mars, which is going to be the closest transit happening at 11:58 a.m. All right, we've got the Sun semi-squared over to Chiron in Aries, Mercury semi-squared to Pluto in Aquarius, the Moon in Capricorn all day, quintiled over to Mercury in Pisces, sextile to the Sun in Pisces, quintiled over to Saturn in Pisces. We have a sesquiquadrate over to Uranus in Taurus, a square over to Venus in Aries. We have a quincunx to Jupiter in Gemini, as well as a quintile to the North Node in Pisces. Heavy water energy in today's vibes, and I'm seeing it with lots of quintiles. I'm seeing it with sextiles as well as the Sun. All right, or sorry, not the Sun, the trine being over to Mars in Cancer. All right, this is good. This is really good. So whatever's coming up by 11:58 a.m. should be something auspicious, bringing in something pertaining to good luck. All right, let's look at Sabian symbols for this specific transit that's going to take place. 17 degrees and 58 minutes of Pisces in Cancer. So let's look at the 18th degree. So for Pisces at the 18th degree, it speaks about a gigantic tent, performance in public. We are subject to the pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone, be entertainer, teacher, and or priest. Alone, we may well be satisfied with our own ideas and creative outpourings, but if we want to attract a following, we will need to put on some kind of public display, which is typically entertaining or spiritual and could be a circus or religious group, for example. The kind that is suggested by a marquee says we cannot accept our message to gain validation and popularity or even much attention unless we are willing and capable enough to focus outwardly with the intention of self-exposition. Now, the moon in Capricorn at the 18th degree. One second. Sorry, not Capricorn. I'm looking at Cancer. Cancer at the 18th degree with Mars's energy. A hen scratching for her chicks. Speaks about growing up. It is necessary to accept responsibility for oneself and others in order to find mature expression of life's potential, fulfilling a mature role within our community. So growth in the plant and animal kingdom is mostly measured in size. In the human realm, it has to do with emotional and intellectual maturity, playing a responsible part in the community, and fulfilling one's role properly. Whatever we seed, we must attend to so that it develops into full expression, and this applies to our projects and as well as our children. All right. So there's a sense of maturity to the energy today. Maybe you have to put on some sort of performance. All right. There could be some like teaching or something happening overall. Let's see what's going on. So I decided to pull the runes. Let's see. We are right now with the moon in Capricorn at 9 degrees and 22 minutes. So that's what, the 10th degree. In Sabian symbols, an albatross feeding from the hand. Radiating peaceful harmony. If we purify the heart, then we radiate love to all beings and trust in the certainty of serenity and joy. All right, let's see what's happening in the vibes today. I've got Keynotes here with Virgo Libra energy. Speaking of vision, revelation, your knowledge, creativity, inspiration. Could be some sort of technical ability that you have. It says harness power, fire of transformation and regeneration. It's the 6th rune. We've got Libra energy here, heavy with partnerships and relationships, contracts, whether they're gifted, done out of sacrifice and or out of generosity, and or how to bring things back into balance is going to be the challenge here. And then we've got Aries and Taurus energy here with Manaz in connection to the self, the individual or the human race, your attitude towards others and their attitude towards you, whether that be friends, enemies, and or social order. Urus on the bottom of the deck, Cancer, Leo energy, physical strength and speed, untamed potential, a time of great energy and health, freedom, energy, action, courage, strength, tenacity, understanding, and wisdom. 6, 7, the 20th rune, and the 2nd rune. Let's take a look. What are they speaking about here? So the 2nd rune is all about good health and physical condition, right? Having a lot of great inner strength. The 6th rune is in connection to your intuition. It gives clarity in complicated situations. Something that you may have not been aware of, but it asks you to find some sort of solution. All right, so whatever the transformation that's happening, the knowledge that's given to you is in connection to your, your vision. Obviously, the 7th rune is related to relationships. It reminds you what it is in order for you to give and receive. All right, whether that be in a contract, a personal relationship, or a partnership. And then we've got the 20th rune here as well with Manaz, meaning teamwork. It shows that you will receive help and support from others. Think of building partnerships and expanding your contacts. So it's in connection to your vision, your partnerships, and how it's meant to bring in order, social order. All right. So I chose to pull the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Today is Sunday. All right. Sun in Pisces has all to do with vision. Let's see what comes out. All right. So anytime we are with the moon in Capricorn, obviously we will be trining over to Earth energies. So I'm looking at Virgo Libra here with Canaz's energy. In Virgo, we have the South Node. The North Node is currently at 27 degrees and 36 minutes. So we won't see that trine with the moon in Capricorn over to the South Node in Virgo up until maybe tomorrow at the 27th degree, because right now it's only at 10. Yeah, so that'll be like tomorrow, possibly like late evening. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, moon in Capricorn is coming out here, so that's exactly what I'm feeling. In connection to the South Node in Virgo, it would see where you have some sort of natural gift. It could be like a past life gift that you have that's connected to your vision, to your creativity, how you're meant to inspire other people by the knowledge that you have. It'll be something that like comes natural is what I feel. Mars and Leo's energy is coming up, which is not a transit that's happening just yet, but it is a transit that's coming by April 18th. This is in connection to like egotism. So let's just say that your practical life allows you to expand your knowledge, all right, and where you have transformed and you have technical abilities that others do not have doesn't mean that you put yourself in this prideful type of energy. It's so that you work well in partnerships with others is what it feels like. It could be something that you do creatively or the way that you self-express that can put you in the spotlight here. The moon in Aquarius is coming up, obviously. When is that transit happening? Where is the ingression? From, okay, so it's not happening up until the 25th. 40 minutes past midnight on the 25th is when we ingress into the moon in Aquarius. There's a sense of independence here. It could be a very structured, disciplined type of energy because obviously Capricorn and Aquarius is moons, are ruled by Saturn. All right, so it could just be that you're very disciplined and structured and authoritative in your own energy, or you have specific knowledge um, in connection to what your vision is here. But the way that you use it in partnership with others is going to be your attitude towards them, and them attitudes towards you is what you're attracting. All right, there's something here about your strength, whatever seems to be your strength. Yeah, the sun in Leo. That's going to bring in some sort of fortune for you. I'm seeing the moon in Aquarius opposing the sun in Leo of significance here. But I'm also seeing the quincunx to the moon in Capricorn over to Mars in Leo. All right. So this could be like a very, I don't want to call it like a hard thing to do, but it could be where it causes some sort of disharmony or opposition, causing confrontation. All right, where it's like your fortune is calling in for independence, but your ego and the way it's driven, all right, could really like it's causing disharmony in your practical life. Where if you're seen to be like a leader or, you know, in a position of authority, it's like you have some sort of power there. Maybe it's meant for you to bring in some sort of transformation. Let's see. Saturn and Sag. You see what I'm saying? It kind of gives the Saturnian energy in connection possibly to your spirituality, the knowledge that you have that you're meant to give out here. Saturn and Sag is the Ten of Wands in tarot, and it shows the amount of responsibility that you have being in connection to a specific community of people. It will be like you having to sacrifice a lot for others, or having to, I guess, you know, in connection to learning a lot as well. Saturnian energy. I feel like there's a lot of calculations happening here. All right, all of the knowledge that you have. It's like, how can you put that out there? Interesting. All right, so let's look into Gibo here in connection with your contracts, personal relationships, or partnerships. So Mercury in Pisces, which is the current transit that we're speaking of right now, trining to Mars in Cancer, you're meant to be inspiring other people with this knowledge that you have. We're sharing that information, all right, Mercurian energy. Doing it out of generosity to bring in some sort of balance. It's almost like if you're gifted, share that information. Yeah. Mercury and Libra now coming out. So it's an influence that you have on other people with what you are speaking of. I'm also seeing this being a quincunx though. It's giving me Mercury in Pisces to Mercury in Libra, which would be, again, disharmony. Why does it keep coming out that way? Mercury in Leo. Drama. I don't know. I guess you're meant to put on a show. Like, what was the Sabian symbol just now with Pisces? A gigantic tent. It's like performance in public. We are subject to pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone. I feel like if you're supposed to be inspiring other people and influencing these people, you've got to put on a dramatic performance. That's part of you being in partnership to others. Catching the attention of somebody, something like that. Making sure that your job here is fulfilled. The moon in Virgo order. Something requires someone that's very analytical, efficient, looks into all the details, has the information. I'm seeing like heavy Mercurian energy here, obviously. Even Virgo is sixth house energy. It's ruled by Mercury. It's like having all the facts. You know what I mean? Jupiter and Taurus. It's like the knowledge that you have and how you're building status with that information you have. The way it's meant to be inspiring and influential to other people. Again, just by you putting on a specific performance. I see Venus and Pisces at the bottom of the deck with submission. This would be like you okay with being submissive to sacrificing a lot of your time or energy for others, right? Being able to sense what other people want when they come around you, that type of thing. Okay, so let's look at Aries Taurus energy here with Manaz and the heavy focus on your attitude towards others and their attitude towards you, whether that be your friends, your enemies, or social order. Sun in Gemini, you're meant to put on some sort of performance. Look at this person putting on a performance, being very adaptable and versatile to what the energy is requiring at the time. Interesting. The Sun in Cancer, you have a lot of resources here. Whoa. What was the other one? I got the Sun in Gemini, Cancer, as well as Leo here. So the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th house. And there's Mercury in Gemini in its domicile. This is something that's going to excite you, but not only excite you, it should excite other people that you're communicating to. However, you're becoming self-expressive. You're using the resources that are given to you and you alone. Possibly like the 4th house could be something that comes natural. It could be like a given, all right, of like a gift from an ancestor. Again, I was speaking about the moon in Capricorn and trine over to the south node. It's like a natural gift that you have. Mars being in Cancer, it's kind of given like this aggressiveness to the 4th house of home, but it's because it comes natural to you. Puts you in a position of control, all right, with Jupiter in Capricorn, because you have the knowledge. You are seen as the elder of the situation. You have experience, is what it feels like. Sun in Libra, that's crazy. Mars in Taurus on the bottom of the deck. All right, because you bring in a sense of harmony and balance into a situation with others, because of the way that you express yourself through your talents or the way that you communicate something or the information that you have, or if you're given this position of authority, it kind of puts others on the energy of defense. All right. Mars in Taurus is at its detriment, but I do see a lot of energy here in connection to Mercurian energy. All right. Mercury in Pisces, obviously, and where it is right now is at its detriment. It's not comfortable there. So in the way that you have to be influential to other people is catching the attention by putting on a performance. So once again, I'm being drawn back to Mars in Cancer at the 18th degree. It is necessary to accept responsibility for oneself and others in order to find mature expression of life's potential. This is you fulfilling a mature role within your specific community of people, because that's your role here. You're supposed to be independent, very practical when it comes to fulfilling your, your goal here. Saturn in the 9th house is basically saying you have the information. You've already sacrificed a lot of your time for you to go in and share this information with other people. And that's what you're meant to do here. Let's get into Urus. Physical strength and speed, untamed potential. It's kind of where this puts you. All right, with the wisdom and the understanding that you have of a situation. I like that you have a lot of sun energy here. Sun in the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th houses. A lot of Mercurian energy here. All right, whether that be in the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, or the 12th houses. All right, it's also matched with the energy of the moon. I'm seeing in the 9th, sorry, the 6th, the 11th, or the 10th, and the 11th. I get. So the information that you're receiving here, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, is meant to be understood, all right, in connection to the knowledge that's spread here, the status that you have, all right, and how you fulfilled some sort of your own journey here already. What do I need to see up top? You're doing something out of generosity, which puts you in a position of authority, and others may discriminate your gifts, meaning you're very empathic. It could be the joy that you have of love that you do and why something is discriminated in your workplace. All right. But it could be because of the position that you hold. You're meant to do something out of generosity. All right. Maybe you're a younger person with a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of older people that don't understand something the way that you understand it. Maybe it's that. Okay. And people are like, they don't know what they're talking about. Or some people are actually intrigued, like, oh, this person knows what they're talking about, right? Like, that's what this is. It's in connection to your vision, how you've been gifted, how you're sharing that information with others, how they're accepting that information, and how you're utilizing your strength and your wisdom and your understanding of the situation. Okay, let's move on from this. I see the 6 and 12th house in opposition here. All right. And I see Mars and Saturn, which typically are about the same type of potential that one has. It's very authoritative. All right. Let's get into tarot. Let's see what today is all about. The Hierophant, the Lovers, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Death card, and the Empress. Heavy Taurus and Scorpio in opposition. I also have Gemini here as a challenge. The way that you are communicating is going to be of significance. It's different. It's like you're making a difference due to the knowledge that you're sharing here. Whatever the transformation is that you've gone through or will be going through, it's meant to lead you into a position of being the wise elder. All right, the one that's meant to come in and teach with the Hierophant. Show me your environment. 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Star card here as the hopes and fears with the Sun. Aquarius and Leo, I keep seeing you guys in opposition. I got all fixed signs here overall, so something is meant to be stabilized when it comes to what's being communicated. They're all majors, by the way. I got the Hierophant, Taurus, Death card, Scorpio, Empress, Taurus, Aquarius here with the Star, and the Sun, Leo. Gemini, you're coming out as the challenge. That would be the communication, the way it's coming through. I don't know if there's some sort of communication that's disrupted, because I'm seeing Jupiter and Gemini current transit being in connection to your environment. But it looks like you're happy in where you are. All right, with this 10 of Cups energy here. This is the third decan of Pisces season, by the way. Normally when we have Gemini and Pisces directly next to each other, it's seen as a square. It's seen as tension. But if you've understood something from the past and you've experienced the transformation and you're now stepping into the near future of being seen as the Empress and coming out as the Sun overall, this is a major shift that's happening here for you. It can be in connection to the decisions that you've made with Gemini's energy. All right, how something is understood and or the way that your concentration is set to be with the knowledge that you have, the Hierophant being there, and how you're planning to utilize this energy to continue pushing forward as your goal being the Two of Wands, planning for the future. Show me the Hierophant. Yeah, you're seen as being like a public speaker out here. That's what it is. All right, someone that's in a position of authority and leadership, all right, within your specific community of people. Who's on the bottom? There's the High Priestess. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it puts you in connection as like, being in connection to a spiritual union. High Priestess and the Hierophant are going to be the highest counterpart in tarot in connection to the King of Wands. You're both seen as leaders. Okay. This would be like a new journey for you here. Yeah. Heavy leadership here. Show me the Lovers. Why is this the challenge? The Eight of Cups. So Saturn and Pisces. Current transit. You would have to like emotionally withdraw. I don't know if this is literally like in your personal love life. All right. It's coming on the bottom of the deck as a Six of Wands. Maybe if you like do some sort of traveling here where you're meant to emotionally withdraw from the mental side of it because you understand something spiritually, it kind of gives you an advantage to understand it subconsciously and consciously. Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. You have some sort of like spiritual strength here, and where your understanding is at a very slow pace. It kind of gives you this area where you can kind of slow down and receive the message. There's something about stability in the emotional state. Tell me the Two of Wands here is the goal. The Three of Wands to continue making progress. The Ace of Swords in the past. Again, I was feeling like it's the way something was communicated or the way that you had to remain concentrated on your new beginning here. Two of Cups. There goes the spiritual union. There it is. So that was required in order for you to go through the actual transformation, which is at the present moment with the Death card. It's like an ending to a new beginning. Two of Pentacles, that's what puts you in the position of control. That's what we saw in the Oracle of the Radiant Sun with the Jupiter in Capricorn energy. All right. Puts you in a position of authority here because you've gone through the transformation. So in the near future, you're seen as the Empress. You've gained new perspective is what it is. Piscean energy. Five of Cups. You've had some sort of like phenomenal achievement with Mars being in Scorpio's energy. It gives and shows endurance with your position of authority. Maybe you faced your fear already. You've gone through the transformation, whatever that is. Mars in Scorpio is at its domicile. What is this? The Six of Wands and the Page of Swords. I don't know. I guess the information that you've gained is legit. The way I just heard it, it will be like seen as legit. What's the Empress? The Nine of Wands. Even if you're in your feminine energy moving forward independently, notice I see the nines here. Nines are completion, but in numerology, they're also associated to wisdom. All right, which puts you in a position of leadership. This is spiritual strength. This is complete independence. I like this. It shows like even in your femininity, you're not afraid to face your fears to a source, even if you feel like you come at a crossroads, where if you're being at cross purposes with another, meaning their attitudes return back to you because you're seen as the person of leadership, it still puts you in the spotlight overall. You shouldn't be afraid to be the star as your hope and fear. You know what I mean? You obviously have some sort of connection to higher power here. What's the Ten of Cups? The Emperor. It's like you're stepping into your power here. And that's part of where you're meant to be heading with the Fool card. That's part of your journey. Emotionally fulfilled, in connection with even the masculinity, all right, at the present moment surrounding your environment, as well as in the near future with the Empress being here as well. I got both highest counterparts here. The High Priestess and the Hierophant with the Empress and the Emperor. All right, I am seeing in opposition Aries and Libra. I'm seeing Aquarius and Leo. All right, and then we also have this, how do I want to call it? It's like a sextile energy with Pisces and Taurus. Let's take a look at the Eight of Swords, which is current transit, Jupiter and Gemini, which also speaks about impressing people with your knowledge. So overall, you do have the information. You're meant to share it. It's a big deal. So we've seen the King of Wands. We've seen the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Swords here as well. So overall, emotionally fulfillment. That's what it's coming through as. It's coming through as you being seen in your power. All right, let's look at the star here. And there's the King of Cups. So all masculine energy has come out so far. All right. King of Wands, we saw the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords here, the King of Cups. Your wish fulfillment is in connection to someone that is emotionally available. All right. Feels like higher power. Something has been delayed in between a partnership or some sort of contract with this person. With the Knight of Pentacles here and the Justice. There could be that someone very stubborn is standing in the way of that, of you moving forward on with this person. Or when it comes to your transition, all right, or moving into Calmer Shores, whatever that may be. Let's look at the Sun, because overall you're happy. What was that? It would be like the commitment in the marriage with this new journey. Interesting. Let me clarify this. Get one more on the Sun. There's something here about stability, security. Having the opportunity to pretty much have something move a lot faster with a specific offer. Page of Pentacles. When it comes to like a passion. I'm not sure what that passion would be, but it has part to do with whatever the transition is. There's a heavy connection here, all right, with spirituality. Whether this be in the 3D or 5D, I'm also seeing the connection here with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. A spiritual union specifically. And this would be, you would know if this connection is legit. Okay? You would know. Because you would sense it. You would feel it. The information that may have been given to you could have been of someone that you had a connection with like that. All right. Another small spread. And we'll get out of here. I don't know, for whatever reason, my reading was disrupted with 2 phone calls back to back with a number I do not know. Okay. On a Sunday, that's very rare. But I'm on to something. Normally when I'm distracted is when that comes through. Right? Could have been about work. I have been applying for jobs. I guess we'll see when I open up my voicemails. Let's get into it. The Death to the 3 of Cups, the Temperance to the 3 of Pentacles, the Hierophant to the 9 of Cups. Wow. There's something here about celebration, joy, contentment, in connection to your transformation, how you've been patient, healed, balanced. There's something here also, I'm seeing like 3rd and 9th houses in opposition. All right. The energy of authority that you have behind the significant role that you play here. I'm seeing Taurus and Scorpio once again in opposition. Something here is about to be like given to you. You deserve it. It's going to be like a wish fulfillment for you. Don't be afraid, all right, because it's kind of giving me this energy of anxiety or fear. All All right. If you've been going through hardship here, I feel like something is coming in. It's meant to be given to you. Some sort of change is happening surrounding like your material or your spiritual prosperity that's meant to come through. Maybe you felt like you were left out in the cold. Someone didn't understand you. You had a lot of fear surrounding money. Something about that. But whatever this new beginning is going to be, is going to help you overcome fear, overcome loss, overcome separation from things that no longer serve you. That's part of the transformation. Hope this makes sense to you all. King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Judgment. There's going to be a reconciliation with a water sign. All right, this person could definitely be coming through at the very first decan of Aries season, mid-March. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could definitely be someone that has a position of authority in your life. Could be a masculine father figure, someone older that has lots of wisdom, all right, or someone that is seen to be a protector or a provider type of energy. Something about that. There's connections here also to the 2nd and 8th houses is the way I'm seeing it. So this could be like your resources opposing someone else's resources so that you can focus on your spiritual gifts. Something about that. I keep seeing 3s and 9s in opposition. 3 is associated to Jupiter. 9s are associated to Mars. All right, so I don't know why I'm hearing like the asteroid that sits in between Jupiter and Mars. Is that Sirius? Sirius is all about like self-care, agriculture, parenting, nurturing. We were speaking about that, right? And how this applies into your projects as well as your children when you're supposed to be standing up, being seen as the one that is the grown-up here, right? Just accepting responsibility for, you know, your role here that you have to play. I don't know, again, I felt like it's someone much wiser, much, you know, older, more responsible, or that could be the role that you're playing. Something here about that. All right, you guys, I think that's all I got for you guys this morning. I'm going to leave the reading there, and I'll catch you guys on the next